Hey, hello guys. Today, ang topic natin for today is structural design and analysis. So the software that we're going to use is the Pro AI, the one that you installed in your laptop or desktop. So before we go to start, let's first learn the advanced Excel spreadsheet. That is the skills that you're going to obtain in this topic. Soon you're going to use it in your actual job application, which is either structural design or in the construction. Okay, so let's start. Most of the common basics are Control C for copy, Control V, Control paste, no, for the paste. So let's first learn the advanced spreadsheet for actual job application. Okay. First thing is the drop-down list. How are we going to do this, sir, in the Excel spreadsheet? So the first thing, okay, there are 16, 12, 20. So as you can see on the list, that is the bolt diameter 16, 12 up to 36, which is also like this one, 16, 12 up to 36. So how does it happen, sir? If you want to make like that first, if you want with borders, you have the option to make it with border. So this one, then go to data, then data validation. Then for this one, make it list. Okay, so source. So you have the option, you have the option. So to make it list or to select it, something like this one. So for this one, to edit it data validation, the list, control C, I'll just copy this one. Okay, so data validation, list, then source, then paste, then okay. So you will have already the list. Okay, that is for copy paste. What if not copy paste, sir? Okay, what if not copy paste, sir? That is okay, then data validation, then list, then just select the range. Okay, click this one, the source, then click this range, the 16 to 36, then click OK. So you will have already the list. Okay, then make it center. Okay, so that is for making the drop down list. Next one, first thing first, especially in the structural design or construction, but mostly usable in the structural design in programming, like in doing sets of spreadsheet and formulas, the symbols. So when you're making formula, make sure that these symbols are already available. The phi, which is common for the reduction factor, especially in reinforced concrete and steel design. The alpha, beta, gamma, the rho, the pi, the theta sign, the mic mu, which is used for micrometer, like especially in thermal expansion. The degree sign, less than or equal, and then the greater than or equal. Any other added signs, you can add it by insert symbols and here. Okay, so that's it. Then next one is the VLOOKUP. How is the VLOOKUP, sir? Say for example, we have the bolt diameter here 16. Okay, we have bolt diameter here 16. Oh, by the way, if you want to make add comments like this one, the one showing, just simply say, for example, this number 12, this one. So just right click, okay, right click, and then insert comment. Okay, then it will show the name. You have the option to change it. So this say engineer. Then I have a comment there that is say to be revised or unavailable in market. Anything that you want to comment. Okay, so it is not showing. But if you right click it and you make it show or hide comments, it will be showing there. Okay, That is the comment. If you want to hide it, click again the cell, right click, then hide comment. If you want to delete the comment, right click, delete the comment. Okay, so that is in your spreadsheet. If you have some comments, then it is that's the process. Next one, for the VLOOKUP. Say we have the bolt 16 mm diameter, and all throughout the bolt diameter there is a corresponding minimum edge distance. So that data comes from the American Institute of Steel Construction for the steel design. Okay, there's a bolt, there's a corresponding edge distance. Okay, so it was tabulated here in the spreadsheet. So if I want the diameter be 16, its edge distance should be 22. So using data validation list. So I will select this here. Okay, so if I select it be 16, okay, the minimum edge distance should be 22. So for this VLOOKUP, okay, here's the syntax. Equals VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP. Lookup value. So yung hahanapin nyo na value, the value to be find is the 16. That is our reference. Then the table array, we will select this one. Okay, 16 up to the 46, which is this is the table. Then the next one is the column index number. That column index number that is the resulting value. Okay, so our resulting value corresponds to column number 2. This is column number 1. This is column number 2. So number 2, comma. So just always click the false, the exact match. Okay, then close. Okay, so 22. So if we have a 16 diameter, we have minimum edge distance of 22. If we made it 36, we have a minimum edge distance of 46. Okay, that is the use of the VLOOKUP. So we're done with the data validation. We are done with the data validation. VLOOKUP, done. Index match. If you're not comfortable with the VLOOKUP, you have the option to make the index match. Okay, so let us delete this formula. Equals index. Index. Okay, the index is the uh, reference. Okay, yung kinalalagay niya ng value is 1. Okay, or equals index match. Index, okay, yeah. So equals index. The column wherein the exact value will be shown, the answer. Kumbaga, if this is 16, where's the column located for the minimum edge distance? So this is the column, okay? Then comma, then match. Then the lookup value, excuse me, the lookup value, so which is the bolt diameter, comma, yung paghahanapan niya, the range for the lookup array wherein the values should be fine. This one. Okay, then comma, then just press 0 for the exact match. Then close, then comma, then make 0. Okay, so 0, 0 lang yan, guys. So that means we have 36 diameter, we have 46 mm voltage distance. Okay, so if we have 16, we have 22. Okay, so that is the syntax for the index and then the match. What if we want to make a unit for this one, sir? 16 mm and 12 mm. Some are just inputting the values mm outside. But if you do not want to input that outside, you have the option to make it right click, then format cells, custom 00, then spacebar Okay, so click OK. So that's already 12 Okay, so that is the formatting. So we have done with this one. Also, if you want to make it in kilonewton, megapascal, depending on the value to be fine. Okay. For the for the control F2, most of the user of Excel are double clicking, say for this one, they are double clicking it to make the formula show. But you have the option not to use the mouse at all, but rather you're just going to use the keyboard. So just press F2. Okay, in your keyboard, you're just going to press or there's no F2 here, no? So you're just going to press the F2. Okay, F2 in your keyboard. So that will be F2. Yeah. So it will show the formula already. So you could edit already there. Okay. So you have the option to double click or just simply press the F2 here, or either edit the formula here on top. Okay. So that is the use of the F2. Okay. For the concatenate, say you're making a conclusion, sabi natin dito sa connection. So in this one, this is the actual spreadsheet that we are using in our actual job. Okay, so company logo, client logo. So here, we're, this one, and concatenate. When you're making a conclusion, okay, it is very usable. So FV over FV equals 0.91. Okay, so how it is, sir? So ito siya. Concatenate, that is you're linking each text and also the formula. So say for this one, if bolt diameter is, then then you're going to make a space in between the word. So just simply open apostrophe, then space. Okay. This one space bar, then close apostrophe. Oh, yeah. Oh, close, open, desired apostrophe. Then F13. F13 is this one. Okay, this one's the F13. Okay. This one is the F13. Okay, this one. Okay, this is the F13. F, then the 13. So sabi niya dito, if bolt diameter is space F13 mm, okay, therefore edge distance is F14 then mm. Okay, so in structural design and programming, in construction, lalo in making in this one, the concatenate, you can see immediately if where is the, if you can see immediately if where's the missing space or missing units once you are done in inputting here. Okay, so that's the concatenate. Okay, and remember guys, in Excel spreadsheet, the number of open parentheses should be equal to the close parentheses. Okay, so that is the concatenate. Done with the command. If error. So how can we use if error, sir? Okay. We can use if error to easily detect if there is an error in our computation. Say for example, this one. Say this is the bolt diameter and this is the edge distance. and there is 16 and 0. Okay. If error, yeah. Say for example, yeah, yung division, our division of 16 divided by 0, which is cell H9 divided by H10, is infinite. So that will be error. However, in our cell B11, it did not show any value. So therefore, in our calculation, in our spreadsheet, if there is a missing, say for this one, then you as a programmer of your spreadsheet in structural design or in construction, especially in quantity surveying, you know already that this has an error, which means number divided by 0 is error. So there's an error, or there is see 16.1.1. Okay? Yan. Nalagyan nyo siya ng 16.1.1 imbis na 16.1. Or sabi natin ito siya, kahit may value na 5. 5, di ba? H9 over H9, that is 16.1.1 divided by 5. So, this 16.1.1 is not a number. So, if we divide this, if say, try natin na, yan, divided by ito. Yan, it will show value. Okay. Rather, if you put if error, it will just simply make it blank. Okay. So, this is the syntax. If error, yung value natin, then comma, tapos, ganyan lang guys. Okay. Lagyan ng space. Open and close. Apostrophe. Okay. Yan. Yan o. Yung ano natin, no? Yung dalawa sa taas. Okay. So, that is already the if error. Okay. If and. How can we use if answer? This if and means if our statement has passing wherein it is it has both the qualities. So say for example this one, the F13, which is 16 mm. If F13, which is 16 mm, is greater than 12 and it is less than 20, less than or equal to 20, okay? So it's greater than or equal to 12 and less than or equal to 20. Therefore, you will show okay, rather not okay. So why, sir, you put okay, not okay? Say for example, this 16 mm in the market, our bolts that are available is in between, it is in between 12 and 20. So this 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. So if the resulting value is greater than or equal to 20 and at the same time less than or equal to 20, therefore it is okay. Okay, okay to purchase. Rather it is not okay because it is not available in the market. Okay, this one if and is very usable and um, seismic and wind calculation. Okay, and generating spreadsheets. Also in the purchasing, in the construction, and in quantity surveying. Okay, what is this if or? Okay, so this one for the if and, you need to satisfy this both in order to be okay. Otherwise, it is not okay. Okay, for the if or, it means if or 18, 19. Okay, Okay, if or it means if you satisfy this one or this one, okay, it is okay. Otherwise, not okay. So for this one, if or, so if this one, okay, is greater than or equal to 12, comma, okay, if or greater than or equal to 12, then this one is, ito ulit is greater than, greater than 16. Therefore, okay, not okay. So, 16 is greater than or equal to 12, right? But it is not greater than 16. Okay, or say it is not greater than 20. So it did not satisfy this one, but it satisfies the greater than or equal to 12. So if it satisfies the first one, even it did not satisfy the second one, it will still show okay. Okay, so that's okay. So I think I hope you get my point, guys. For this if and, it should satisfy the first and the second statement to make it the resulting value if true, and then the resulting value if not. For the if or, okay, for the if or, you just need to satisfy one among the statements. Okay, so yeah. By the way, guys, if you want to make a text with equals, say in formula, you just need to make a, yan guys, no apostrophe. Yan. Yan. So, you know, so first, yan, you make one apostrophe. Kasi ito, two apostrophe, ano? One apostrophe, then equals, then gener. Okay, so yeah, we will make a text in the Excel with the equal sign. Because if you do not put the apostrophe sign, it will just simply equals gener. Yeah, it will make a name. Uh, what I mean is it will make an error. Okay, next one. So control F. Okay, say we want to control F. Okay, control F is either to find or replace. Okay, if we want to find the, what we call here, if we want to find, say here in the connection, if we want to find the black shear, but this spreadsheet is very broad, it has so many pages. If we want to find the black shear, just simply control A for several times, then okay, okay, after control A for several times, then make control F. Okay, so that is control F. Okay, and that will show this one. Okay, so if we want to find something, say word black, for the black share, you don't need to input the whole word. Just make input the keywords, or if you want it to be whole word and black share, then options, you have the option to find it on the, within the sheet. Okay, within the current sheet, or within the entire workbook. What does it mean by entire workbook, sir? If you want to find it in the entire workbook, okay, it will find the word block share on the entire workbook. Sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4, sheet 5. Okay, so say entire workbook. So find all. If you want to find all, so it will show all. Okay. Rather, if you want to find it on the sheet only, you will just select the sheet, then find all. So just double click it, the other one. Okay, so the word with black shares this one, and then this one. Okay, so you would also easily detect on the spreadsheet if where's the location of that one. So that is for the control find, control F. For about for the replace, sir, say this one. Okay. Let's go to the bearing. For the bearing stress, for the bearing failure, say for this one. Okay. Ayan. So formula. Paano ba? For the control F na magre-replace tayo. Say ito na lang. Yan. So, stress equals force over area. Force tapos si area. So, this is in Newton, tapos ito naman is per millimeter. Sir, paano, how can we input the square millimeter, mm squared or mm cube? For this one, just double click it or just press F2. Then, press control 1. Okay, so control, then 1. Okay, control 1. Yan. So therefore, it will show strike through superscript and then subscript. So just simply make it superscript. Then type nyo na ngayon, type the number 2. Okay, so it's already squared. So remember the next time, if you want to input another value, just press another control 1 again to make it to uncheck the superscript. Okay, to make it in regular. Okay, so squared. So like that is the area. Okay, yeah. So ayun guys, na control 1 lang para sa superscript tsaka sa subscript. Excuse me. Subscript like diameter, then control 1 subscript diameter of the bolt. Yeah. So ayan siya guys, no? So ganun lang, control 1 lang para sa subscript and superscript. So if you want to make it stress, that is just stress equals force divided by area. Uy, it should be 16.1. So that is in megapascal. Okay, so megapascal or this one format cells, then number custom 00 megapascal. Okay. So saan tayo? Control F. Okay. So those values is H9 and then the H10. If we want to change it, add another one value, force, another force. This is already 55. Okay, and that is the only value that we need to change. Okay, you have the option to change that one into this one, or you have the option to control find. Okay, to control F. To control F. The first thing is you need to select the cell, this one, then control F, then replace. Okay, you need to make here what cell is this one, that is H9. Remember this guy, that the force on the first one is 16.1, which is located at cell H9. The other one is located at cell L9. So just simply Control F, replace that H9 into L9. So replace all. It will show to replacement. Oh, and 11 megapascal. It's also force divided by 11 megapascal. Okay, that is the use of control, final control, replace. Okay. What if for the next workbook, sir, we want to move to the next workbook? Say we have two open workbooks, the lecture for the advanced Spreadsheet and for the connection design, and we don't want to use the keyboard. We don't want to use the keyboard. Just simply control tab, control tab, control tab. Okay, so in our control, oops, yeah, control tab, and control tab, control tab. Okay, so we are switching on. So we are switching on two different spreadsheets. So that's just simply control tab, control tab. Okay, so that's the control tab. What for the next sheet, next sheet within same workbook? Okay. How about for the next sheet within same workbook? Say we have this sheet 1. Okay, this is our sheet 1. Then this is our sheet 2. We want to move to sheet 2 without using the mouse. So what we're going to use is just simply control page up or page down. So for moving forward, that is control page down. For going back to sheet 1, control control then page up. Okay. Moving forward to sheet 2, is control page down, control page down, control page down. Moving to sheet 3, control page down. Okay, so just long press the control. Okay, so that is moving across the sheets in the same workbook. If we want, however, what if we want to insert row without selecting this one and clicking the mouse and right click, then insert? How can we use that, sir? Just simply click the cell you want, then press shift space. Okay, this one, then click shift space, so it will select the entire row. Okay, shift space, then alt IR. Okay, so that is the inserting of the row. So that is the inserting of the row, alt IR. For what if we want to insert a column, sir, for the entire? So say for this one, we want to insert column. Okay, so just select this one, the one cell here. Okay, just simply control space bar. Uy, ito na lang. Control space bar. So you will select the first column. So let's simply select one cell, then control space bar. So you will automatically select whole column. What if we want to make the insert column there, search, just simply alt IC, alt IC. That is, simply alt IC. Okay, so we already make an additional column here. Okay, so that is the alt IC. So shift bar, control space bar, it's already finished, control arrow. So what if we want to move across the data? So just simply control, yung keyboard natin. Just simply control, then the keyboard. This one, control, yeah. Then we don't need to make a step-by-step arrow, just simply control to make it through this one, from this one to this one. Just need to make it, okay, so say nandito tayo, okay, we are here, then we want to move it in the other with values, just simply control, then the right arrow. We want to move on the 16, control upper arrow, 12, because it is the last value, and control upper 16, then control, okay, for the number 12, control down for the number 19, then control down for the number 46. I hope you get the sequence. It just jump from one cell to another which has value. If there is no value, it will jump automatically to the next cell with the value. Say 22 going to 19, it will through keyboard, it is step by step, but using control then down arrow, it will automatically go to number 19. So that is control arrow for the fast movement across the cell. Control N if you want to make another spreadsheet without compromising the recent spreadsheet. So control N. So we're in the spreadsheet, then we make control N. So there is another new sheet, book 1. Okay. So that's for the new sheet. Control save, that is if we want to save, that is simply control S. Okay, that is control, then S. So it's already saved. Okay, control S. Okay. What if, sir, we want to print it? Okay, we want to print. So just simply control P. Control P. Okay, so it will show the printing. Okay, ayan. We can see that there are some page that is cut here. Okay, so cancel this one. Let's exit. Okay, then just simply view. And we put it in the view, and then page, we should work always on this one, the page break preview, so that we could know our boundaries. Okay, so our boundary for the page layout, which is having a size of short cop on 8.5 by 11, is in this one. So we need to move this one, this blue arrow. Okay, we need to move it in this one. Okay, and then the other one. Okay, so this is our printable area, the one with white. The other one is not already printable area. So, okay, so by this one, control space. Uy, nag-select lahat. Select lahat because there's a merge here. Okay, so just simply here. So, Alt I C. Alt I C. Inserting of column. Then, return it back. Move here. Then just simply make this one home, then 16 is enough, then unmerge, then merge this one, wrap, then mid. I make it in mid. So maybe this could be enter. Oh, by the way, guys, if we want to make this on the next sentence, we don't need to use the enter. We need to use the, okay, select this one, alt, enter. Okay, so that is simply like this one. If you want to move it structural design, just going to make alt then enter. Okay, to make it here on the next line. Okay, so yeah. So this is our printable area. So saves file and then print. So this is not the print preview. Okay, this is our printable area. The one on the outside here in the block, it is not already printable. So that's the control P. Okay, alt enter already finished. Insert comment already finished. Row height. What if we want to change the row height, sir? So say for this one, we want to make it in uniform size. Say this one initially it has this, the other one has this, and then the rest are small. So we want to make it uniform width. So this one, just select the entire row, then right click, then row height. So it will show the row height 15. So if we want to make it uniform, so just select all, then format cells. Oops, right click, then row height. So just input the row height that you want. So say 15. So it will uniformly have a row height of 15. Okay. So what if we want to make, what if we have a value here, sir, on the upper, and we're going to use it in the formula on the lower? How can we easily view that? So just simply made it just like this one. Select the cell. We want to make a division wherein uh, the values on the upper of this row highlighted is to be used, and the formula is on the below. So just going to select this one, then view, or this one rather, then view, then split. Okay, so split. Okay. So it will split into 4 views. So this one, if we put our mouse here, then when we make a scroll, it will only move on the upper part. If we put our mouse here, we click it here, it will just move on the lower part. So say for example, we are doing a formula here in the lower part, and we need the values on the upper part. So I just need equals, just simply equals it here divided by here. Okay, so it will have a value. Okay, for you to easily formulate a program of spreadsheet. Okay, so split to return it back on its original view. What if we want to make this, we have a headers and we want to retain the header? So I just click the cell just below the header, then click this freeze panes. So freeze panes. So it's already freeze. Okay, going right. Yeah, going upward. So this one is not moving. This blue. Yeah. The other one is this one. Yeah. Okay. So ayun siya guys. So insert shapes. What if we want to input shapes in our calculations, sir? Say for this one. This shape is made up of Excel spreadsheet. Same as this one. Okay. So those shapes, this one, the web check, these shapes are made up of spreadsheet without using AutoCAD. So how can we do that, sir? Just simply say for example this one, Control C, and Control V natin here. Let's Control V here. Okay, this one. So how can we do that, sir, without using AutoCAD? Just simply say for example this one. This is a representation of beam. Simply insert shapes, then rectangle. this rectangle, then make it here. So shape fill, no fill, shape outline, just make it black. Shape outline, the weight. So you have the option to make it thicker or thinner. Okay, so for this one, just 3/4. Then Control C, Control V. Then just use your imagination to make it somewhat like AutoCAD view. Okay, so it'll be like that one. Okay, then for this arrow, I think you already know how to make that arrow. Okay, so copy natin yan. So copy that value. So it is an horizontal. So we have the option here to rotate it. Rotate 90. So it's already 90. How about this one, sir? The measuring. How can we do that? That measuring is just simply insert shapes, the two arrows. Okay, you can put two arrows here. Then make it shape outline the black. Okay, then shape weight. So you have the option to make it thicker or thinner. Okay, so just make it thinner. Then shape outline for the arrows. You have the option to change the arrows. Okay, so here. And so Control C, Control V. Then simply rotate 90. Then this one. Okay, so we already have the measuring. Okay. What if for this one, the text box? Just simply input, insert, then text box. So there's already the text box. You could already input here. So that is uh, insert symbol that is less than or equal to 2. D less than or equal to 2. Less than or equal to D over 2. So we yeah, grab lang natin siya dyan. Okay. But if we want to input equations, sir, equations, so simply click this one equation. Then you're going to, you already here, let's delete it, then insert equation. Then if you want to make superscript, subscript, anything you want, this is the fraction, this is the sine theta, cosine theta, the bracket, the limits, the operators. If you want to make a x bar, y hat, something like that. Okay, there are different operators here. Okay, that is the matrix. Okay. And these are the symbols. If you want to make symbols for the mathematics. Okay, so next one, yeah. So say for example, this one, then squared. So that is the squared. Okay, so here. So ano pa ba? What else more? Insert, page layout, formula, data, review, view, developer, that is for the macro, for the visual basic. Control C. Okay, ito guys. Like this one. This one. Ito sa formula. Control C. Then Alt H V. Then this one for the values. For the number and formatting. For values and formatting. So this one, the copy will be the only value and the format niya. Kung anong kulay, kung anong itsura. Ito, formatting only. So values. So there are different types of copy and paste. So the one usual is only the values. If you want to copy paste the formula, so formula, value and formula also. No? However, if you want to copy this formula directly, just select on the upper pane, Control C, then Control Paste here. Okay. Yeah. I-paste lang natin siya dito sa taas na lang. Okay. So I hope you learned from our first part of the structural design and calculation. How can we use that knowledge, sir? You can already use that in your structural design, reinforced concrete, theory of structures, steel design, uh, matrix analysis in your actual job once you became an engineer in structural design and in the construction also. Even your business, you can use that knowledge. Okay, so this is the actual spreadsheet that we are using. So, inalis ko na lang yung company logo at client logo. So, you can view this one in your still design. Okay. Uh, yeah. So, that is connection check. So, for bearing, for the connecting plate, and the black shear. Okay, kung saan magkakaroon ng punit or sira sa connection natin. So, all are program already. Yeah. So, this is the allowable shear stress per bolt. This is the shear stress, this is the allowable shear stress. So, nakakoncatenate siya. So, 0.091 yung ratio niya. It's ratio 0.091. So, it will make a conclusion if the applied stress is less than the allowable stress, it will show therefore safe rather it will show therefore unsafe. Okay, and also the code is specified. Okay, so don't forget to specify your reference. Okay, so ayan siya guys. Okay, then outside also may references, PDF, images, and ayan yung mga pinagbasihan. Okay, the bases, the bolts, and everything, the design codes. Okay, shear strength, tension. Okay, so yeah, also here the web checking. So that is so I think that is the easiest way to learn the advanced Excel spreadsheet, which hopefully you can use it in your upcoming jobs as civil engineers. Okay, thank you for listening, guys.